Welcome you back to BLACKSITE tonight. Joe Biden dares the Democrats to replace him as nominee. First, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel. Hit that like button, hit that notification button, but also comment on this video. Joe Biden was on Morning Joe this morning. He was extremely defiant, telling Democrats he will not be replaced. He also sent a letter to Congress saying he will not be replaced. We all know members of Congress, the donor class, the Hollywood elites want him replaced with Kamala Harris. But on Morning Joe, he refused to step aside. He basically told Morning Joe that the people want him, that he won the majority of delegates to be the nominee of the party, and that he will be the nominee of the party. And it's going to be hard for the Democrats to take the nomination away from him unless they use the 25th Amendment. Now remember, back at the end of the Trump administration, when the Democrats modified the 25th Amendment, when President Trump was on his way out of the office, he said they're not going to use it on me. I don't know if you remember that video. He said they're going to use it on you possibly, Joe. That's a way, if Kamala Harris in the cabinet says that he's unfit, she could take over as president and she also could be the nominee. Now, I don't know the rules of the Democrat convention or how they can take delegates away from him and give them to somebody else. I don't know how that is done. But I do know this. He is the sitting president of the United States. He has a lot of power. He has a lot of levers. And I'm going to tell you something. The way this is going down, it's almost like the Dems is having a mini civil war. That right now, they're fighting against each other and not Trump. So Trump is on the outside just looking and enjoying, because as long as this goes on, Joe Biden's poll numbers go down. His is the lowest of a sitting president since George H.W. Bush, and he lost to Bill Clinton. So this is not a good look. And even if Kamala Harris takes over, does the party rally around her? Or does Democrats rally around her? Or is this a second bite at the apple, just like we saw in France, where Le Pen was winning, but all of a sudden Macron found the coalition and they end up beating Le Pen in the end and stopping the right from getting power in France? I'm saying if Biden is going to fight, they might have to pull that trigger. And I know they don't want to do it. Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, Barack Obama, Bill Clinton, Jeffrey Katzenberg, all of them will have to do it. And if they do it in unison and they do it together, let me tell you something. The overthrow of president is a powerful thing. And if this man refuses to go and they do it, they better make sure they finish the job. Because you remember that story from The Wire. If you go for the king, you bet not miss. This one here looks like it's going to be a Donnybrook. Because Joe Biden was in his fighting words on Morning Joe. He wasn't having it. He sent a letter to Congress and he let everybody know, I'm going to be the nominee. I got 3,900 delegates. I got 87% of the vote. He told everybody. And now you want to replace me. See, this is what happens when you play tricks. This is what happens when everybody who walked over to that Oval Office, Hakeem Jeffries, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, knew that this man was having dementia problems. But they wanted to play the game because they already thought that they had the election in the bag because they were using lawfare against Trump. They had all these cases lined up, and they thought if he's convicted, his numbers would go down, they would have an easy re-election, and everything would be fine. But everything has backfired. Ever since the conviction of Trump, Trump's numbers have gotten better. And now, after the debate, they want him gone. So we'll see what happens, because this is extremely intriguing because of the people who are going to have to do something. Basically, you're taking out your own party's president. And this is historical. This isn't something that's not going to be written on the books because he's not stepping aside. That means you got to take him out. And for Democrats to do this to a Democrat, but remember, 4 years, about 6 years, they've been trying this on Trump. Now everything is reversed. They going after Biden. Biden was on there talking about the elites want me out. He's starting to sound a little bit like Trump now. He said, I'm the only person who can win. I had a poor debate performance. I was tired. I was exhausted. But now, your own people are turning on you for Kamala Harris. Now, Kamala has to play both sides of the street. Should I stick with Biden or should I go for the king's head? Because this is not going to look good either way. This is a party going into the middle of July. Yes, you have about 4 months. That's in chaos. Party fighting amongst each other, not on the same accord. Not talking about Trump, but talking about each other. You got 538 now saying Trump has a chance of winning this election. And you know 538 is basically a liberal website. You got betting odds damn near 70% for Trump, 60 or 70%. And this guy won't step down. And now he's daring Democrats to try and take him down. This is the power of the presidency. When you make a mistake like this and you bet on lawfare, this is the results. I want to thank you for listening to BLACKSITE. I hope you subscribe to this channel. I would love to hear your comment section and hope you subscribe to this channel.